Books alone don't change your life. Applying what you read does. Most people finish a book feeling inspired, but never turn those ideas into real action. In this video, we'll show you how to take any book idea and convert it into a viable action within 5 minutes, using 3 best-selling books as examples. If you find it hard to apply what you've read, it's not because you lack motivation or discipline. You're just missing a critical step to translate a big idea or vague concept into something clear and tiny enough to apply immediately in your life. Here's why you need the 3-step micro-framework to turn any book into real-life action in less than 5 minutes without breaking a sweat. First, extract the big idea from the book. Ask yourself, what is this book really saying in just one sentence? This forces you to identify just one big idea instead of feeling overwhelmed by dozens of fragmented tips. Second, personalize the idea by connecting it to a specific part of your life. Ask yourself, how does this idea apply to my life? This grounds the idea in your reality and context. Finally, turn that connection into a 2-minute micro-action. Something so small that your brain won't resist, and it's something that you can complete today. Let's see this process in action with 3 great books. First, Atomic Habits. When you boil Atomic Habits down to one line, it all circles back to one principle. Habits are shaped by small actions repeated consistently, and your habits are intertwined with your identity. To personalize it, ask yourself, what kind of person do I want to be? And what's one thing that type of person would do consistently? For example, I'm an active person who moves daily. Then, think of the smallest possible action, no more than 2 minutes, that you can start doing daily to move toward that identity. For example, to become an active person, start with the baby step of wearing your workout clothes to bed so you can start the next morning with 5 jumping jacks or push-ups. Here are 2 more identity-based examples if you want to become a lifelong learner or someone who feels calm and organized every day. Micro-actions help to kickstart habit formation, but identity is what sustains the habit. You can find more great tips like this in the free Atomic Habit Summary linked in the description. Now let's try the same 3-step formula on deep work. When you distill deep work down to one line, the core message is you produce your best work when you focus on long, uninterrupted periods and remove distractions that break it. Deep work isn't about working harder, but protecting uninterrupted focus. To personalize this, ask yourself, what is the biggest thing that keeps breaking my focus? Maybe you're checking your phone every few minutes, or you're multitasking and switching between tasks instead of finishing one thing at a time. Now, choose a micro-action that reduces or removes that distraction. For example, put your phone in another room for 25 minutes while you finish a task. Or set a 25-minute timer and work off your priorities list one item at a time. Start with the micro-action that seems easiest to you. The idea is to start creating an environment that supports deep work. Over time, you can stack the sessions or lengthen the focus window. Next, let's try the 3 steps on building communication skills. The heart of non-violent communication can be summarized in one line. To communicate clearly, separate what happened from how you feel, what you need, and what you're asking for. This formula helps to create a safe space for open communication with empathy. To apply this, ask yourself, where do I need clearer communication right now and with whom? For example, you can use this to unravel the same argument that you keep having with your partner or to face someone that you've been avoiding. Your micro-action in this case could be to map out your observations, feelings, needs, and requests for one scenario per day, just to practice the core concepts. After a few days, once you're familiar, test them out in a real conversations, starting with just a small issue. As you can see, these 3 steps, idea, personalize, and action, can be applied in virtually any book. Plug into our library of 300 plus done-for-you visual, text, and audio summaries to test out the formula on your favorite books. Better still, Brilliant Graphics is developing new visual guides with pre-loaded application ideas for these best-selling books. Sign up in our waitlist below to get notified on free samples and special launch discounts. Keep learning smarter, faster, and deeper.